Get on in here. Come on. It's tea time. I hope our video is correct this time. Have my tea. Woo, I haven't played this song in a while. As a baby, my mother would sing me to sleep. Her melody moved me to dreamland so sweet. In that time far away, her arms kept me safe, and she sang a lullaby for me. Just what I needed. Sing a lullaby for me. Okay. Oh, it's starting over. I don't want it to start over. Okay. That was a lullaby for me, and it's from our Fly CD, I believe. Yep. And I have my cup of tea. It's cold tea, but it's gotten warm here this afternoon, so I didn't want anything hot, but I've got cold tea. John, we're out of tea right now, but your wife will be able to get some tea in a little while. We've got it ordered. We ordered it first thing this morning. So somebody wanted to know what I was drawing out of my little basket. Well, my little basket is what my sister-in-law made for me one year for Christmas. And we're not supposed to give each other things, but she made this basket and she thought I would like it. And when we first started doing tea time, Liz and Patty and I brainstormed a bunch of topics. I mean, a lot of topics. It was 13 pages. And then we did another 5 pages. And so I drew it out 3-4 times. This is the 4th time is a charm. I've already done all of these, but we're recycling them. So I'm just pulling them back out because there's nothing really new under the sun. But guess what this topic is? Doing something new. So here we are. The first day of the rest of our lives. And we want to come up with something new. Well, I don't know that there is anything new, but we can try things a little differently. Now, a lot of you've been fly babies for 20 years, yet you've never shined your sink. And why is that? Why is that? Because You just listening to me. But guess what? Eventually, I'm going to sink into your head and you're going to go shine your sink. And if you haven't shined your sink, I think you should get up right now while you're listening to me and this show. You can put your phone or you can turn your YouTube up so you can hear me if you're listening to me that's been recorded. And I want you to go shine your sink. I know you don't think it makes a big difference, but it really does. I'll never forget the first day I decided to get organized. And I've told this story over and over again. But I was beating myself up bad. I mean, all the things that we say to ourselves, I can't do this. And, you know, my granny always said, can't never could do anything. And she's right about that. But I stood up in my kitchen with my Pam and Peggy card file system and tried to figure out why this was the only thing that had ever worked for me. But yet, when it didn't work, I hid it. So I decided the reason I was piling on, you know, I just didn't have one card. I had 500 cards. It was in a tray this long. I had a card for everything, every single thing you can think of. I had a card for it. And having a card for everything means you got a lot of cards, and when you don't go through them and you don't do what they say, then you skip a day, and then you skip another day, and then you start beating yourself up because you've been procrastinating, and before you know it, you've hidden it underneath your kitchen counter, and you don't want to look at it because it reminds you that you're not good at something. So what I realized that New Year's Day was that I was going to do something new. I was going to try something different. I did not... What I had with the Pam and Peggy system, I never established a habit. Never, ever established a habit. And when you don't have a habit, you're just foundering. What's the word? Flounder is a fish. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. So I gave up. So I decided I wasn't going to give up anymore. I was going to try doing it a new way where I didn't have to give up. So I decided I'd make 2 New Year's resolutions. 1, to get organized, whatever that meant. And 2, to be kind to me through the process. Flailing. That's a good word, Sandy. That's a real good word. Floundering. I guess it's like a fish flopping on the ground, you know? So I decided to try something new. And that was to practice, to shine my sink, and to keep it clean and shiny for the whole month of January. For the whole month of January. And you know, I did it. I kept my sink empty of dishes. I emptied the dishwasher so that I had a dirty dish disposal unit. The countertops got cleaned. You couldn't have, and the only thing, my brain's getting ahead of my mouth, but the countertops got cleaned because you couldn't have a kitchen sink that clean and shiny with crap on your counters. So I cleaned my counters. I decluttered things. My only habit was keeping that sink clean and shiny. And the avalanche of clean that followed that was phenomenal in my life. I watched my life change because I was able to get in my kitchen and cook without being behind the 8 ball. And I didn't beat myself up because I couldn't do it right. Because I was doing something. Anything is better than nothing. Progress, not perfection. So with the Pam and Peggy system, I was looking for doing every card every single day. And with this way, I just decided I was going to do something new, try something new, not beat myself up, and just keep going one step after another. So that first month it was shining my sink. The next month was I tried something new. I got rid of 15 minutes worth of clutter every single day with a 27 fling boogie. And March, it was so easy to get up and get dressed to lace up shoes. And part of that is picking your clothes out the night before. April rolled around. I picked something new to try, something new. And that April was making your bed. I had never made my bed. Now it's a habit. I can't not make my bed. That's not right, but two negatives make a positive, so I make my bed every morning. Now, it helps that I have a puppy dog that wants to get in the bed, and I don't want her in my bed, so the covers become my protection from a puppy dog. May was moving just a little bit every day, moving in May. June was drinking my water. July was swishing and swiping my bathroom. I added a new habit. I piggybacked a new habit, learning something new every time a new month rolled around. And why did psychologists tell us it takes 21 days to learn a new habit, to instill a new habit in you. But guess what? They are so wrong. So wrong. It takes 30 days, a whole month, because we need some grace in our life, a little grace period. And if you miss a day, don't beat yourself up about it. Just jump back in where you are. So let's try this. Try something new. July was swish and swipe. August was doing a load of laundry every day. If you'll do a load of laundry every day, run your dishwasher, get dressed to lace up shoes, and keep your sink clean and shiny, your house is a piece of cake. And we all like cake. So try it. September was your before bed routine. Practicing your before bed routine. Getting ready for school to start. I can't wait for the kids to go back to school. They can't wait to go back to school. They miss their friends. And say a little prayer for my daughter-in-law. Emily is having a little empty nest syndrome, which I can't blame her. Ethan is going to be a camp counselor at his camp this summer. He's like the only 17-year-old that's going to be a camp counselor. And she woke up this morning and Ethan wasn't there. And it kind of got her, but he's got another year of school, so it's gonna be okay. So I'm saying a prayer for my daughter-in-law. September before bed routine. October is getting rid of our paper clutter. Our paper clutter makes our homes look awful because we can't get rid of paper. We tell ourselves we can, but we really can. And if you want to do something fun with your family, go buy some bricks, get some rocks, stack some things up, and make a fire pit. Make a fire pit. You can do this. And it's the easiest way to get rid of paper clutter. But you got to make sure that you can burn things. If you haven't had rain lately, don't get out there and do it. You've got to be safe, so you may need to call your local fire department and ask them. Now, I want you to think to yourself, why do I hold on to this paper? It's because you're afraid somebody's going to steal your identity. I don't put anything in the trash that I can't burn. I have a fireplace, and I love it. October's paper. November is menu planning. Menu planning. Menu planning is so wonderful. Because knowing what's for dinner is half the battle. That's a new habit. Knowing what's for dinner. Y'all have done really well during this pandemic. You've stayed home and you have cooked and you've organized and you've cleaned and you've decluttered and you've done what the authorities told us to do. But now, as we're releasing things and opening things back up, we got to do it safely, but it's time. We're all ready. We're all ready. Then December is pampering yourself every day. And when you get in the habit of doing that, not a day goes by that you won't do it. Every night is part of my before bed routine. I put chapstick on my cuticles. I go to bed with my cuticles being softened. Do I use a cuticle cream? No, because I don't have any. I don't have any lipstick either. I'm out of lipstick. Well, I do have chapstick. I got some purple chapstick. Yeah, there you go. That's a little better. You know, just the little things. A simple little thing like cuticle cream. I forget to buy it. I could order it on Amazon, but you know, I got chapstick out the wazoo because a friend of mine said she ran out of chapstick during the pandemic. And so I've piggybacked putting cuticle cream, chapstick on my cuticles when I put chapstick on my lips. Now, I'm not going to put purple chapstick on my fingernails. That's not going to happen. Moisturizers, moisturize them. You know, I like that. I really like that. It works. It really does work. So, practicing something new every month, whatever it is. You can make up your own things to practice, but you got to get the first 12 out of the way that we teach you to use. And then that's going to free you up to learn a lot of different things each month. Just piggyback something new on something you're already doing. Like making your bed. You make your bed, maybe you want to put a pretty pillow on it. Vaseline's good. I like Vicks salve too. I guess I could put Vicks on my fingernails. It'd do the same thing. When you're in your bathtub, and you're taking a relaxing bubble bath, take your purple rag or pink rag that's in the tub with you and wipe down the sides of the tub. Soap is soap, and the soap scum that's on the side of your tub is soap. You can do this. You really can. And all it takes is doing something new each month and turning it into a habit, which becomes, when you piggyback it on something else, that becomes a simple routine. That's all routines are, is things you're piggybacking on top. So my before bed routine, I put eye drops in my eyes. I put my earplugs in. I have a saline spray I use in my nose. I put on my chapstick, and I take my supplements for the evening. That I can go eyes, ears, nose, mouth. And as I'm pointing, I recognize my fingers. So everybody, it's all about learning something new and not piling on, being kind to yourself, a gentle baby step. A gentle baby step. It's all it takes. It really is all it takes. Who got rid of 18 things? Let's see some big thumbs up if you got rid of 18 things out of your closet. I forgot about telling you that this morning. I want to see some thumbs up if you did it. Yeah, there's somebody who did it. I want to see a flood of... There you go. Look at that. Look how many things are going to leave your house. Fewer items, as Rebecca says, fewer toys means more time to play. 27 fling boogies are fun. Yeah, they sure are fun. Look at y'all. Let's see if I can play a song for you. What kind of song am I going to play that's going to make you happy? Yes. Here we go. Within These Walls. Yeah. Still calm. It's all we want to do is make a house a home.
Within these walls, home is just a word, a fairy tale I'd heard that always kept me searching. Within these walls, home is now the place of refuge and escape. Serenity surrounds me. A miracle is happening to me.
Yep.
And finally learning what our home can be. Within these walls, I have learned to fly, to take charge of my life, and find the peace inside me. Within these walls, we love and work and play, finding joy along the way. And now I want to stay within these walls. Within these walls, my thoughts would pull me down. I wouldn't look around to see that love surrounds me. Within these walls, friends now gather here, and laughter fills the air. It's all that I was wanting. I've tried before to do it on my own. Now I found a way to make a home. Within these walls, I have learned to fly, to take charge of my life, and find the peace inside me. Within these walls, we love and work and play.
Hey, if you haven't got the 18 things out of your closet, go do it right now. You got a minute and 12 seconds left. You can do it.
Within these
18 things from your closet. Or your dresser drawers, it doesn't matter. 18 things. That's 9 pairs of socks.
Within these walls, I have learned to fly, to take charge of my life,
Hey, Leanne.
find the peace inside me. Within these walls, we love and work and play, finding joy along the way. Now I want to stay within these walls.
That's Amy Lacey singing Within These Walls. Well, y'all have a good rest of the day. Leanne will be on here at 4 o'clock. Or Caroline will. I don't know which is. Is it Leanne or Caroline? Leanne, tell us here. And what are y'all cooking? She's always cooking something at 4 o'clock. I have made hobo dinners. Robert went to the grocery store this morning and he got a nice pack of ground chuck, and I made some, it's almost like meatloaves, but I made them into patties, and I have put them in aluminum foil with onions and with carrots and potatoes, and I have wrapped them up in aluminum foil, and I have put them in the crock pot to cook. Yep. May have to turn it up on high, but let's see. I'm looking at some comments here. She's got some weird thing she's making, Leanne says. Caroline's doing it. Caroline is our millennial cook. Yeah, she likes to cook. She and Emily got us hooked on making artisan bread, but it didn't stay hooked long. No, Leanne and I decided we're not bread makers. Now, I like to make rolls at Thanksgiving, but once a year, that's good. I've never tried it in the crock pot too, so I'm trying something new. I'm putting it in the crock pot. I wanted to cook it, but I didn't want to cook it in an oven because I didn't want to heat up the house. So Leanne taught me many years ago to use your crock pot to keep you from heating up the house. Potatoes are carbs, but what I did with these potatoes is I sliced them very thin and I put them in water. And all of a sudden I saw so much starch come out of them. So I don't know if that's a thing or not, but the bowl I had the potatoes in, in the aluminum foil. It's like a little oven. So I'm not got any liquid in there. Just put the packs of foil in the crock pot. But they're on low right now. Yes, I know potatoes are loaded with carbs, but every once in a while you can have carbs. And leaven is great. I don't know what 11 means, but yep, potatoes are all carbs. Yeah, I don't know what it is about artisan bread. I don't like hard crust. Maybe it's because I'm missing a tooth and I'm getting it pulled in June. Don't look forward to that. I've never had a tooth pulled. Leanne taught us to have an outdoor kitchen, a kitchen on your back porch many years ago. She had a farmhouse. And I've been watching Whippoorwill Hollow on YouTube. And Miss Lois she got a new stove. And she put her old stove on her back porch. What's in a hobo dinner? Sliced up onions, sliced up carrots, sliced up potatoes, and a hamburger patty. So I put onions on the bottom. I put onions on the top of the hamburger patty. And it's a nice big hamburger patty. I put the sliced carrots and sliced potatoes and then wrapped it up in foil. Yeah, it's going to be good. I didn't put any butter in. I wish I'd have put a little pat of butter in there, but I didn't do that. So y'all get signed up for our emails. I see Patty or Liz is sharing that. And somebody called them a tsunami of emails. If there was a method to my madness, and it really is. Because it reminds you all during the day to do something. And you don't want to get caught procrastinating or hyper focusing on something and leaving dinner to surprise. We don't have anything for dinner tonight because Mama's been scrubbing the bathroom tile with the toothbrush. So we're not going to go there. We're going to get things done, get those things out of the way first, and then we can do our other stuff. Well, I'll see you 11 o'clock tomorrow. You know when and where. And I'll get this ready to go out on YouTube and into our Locals platform and on our podcast on iTunes. So if you like our music, it's in our digital section on our website, and they're also on iTunes. I love you all. I will see you later. Keep flying.